What is your most optimistic mindset for these times?
I woke up this morning thinking about energy, and in the pandemic, everyone is so isolated and alone. And I was reading a short story, and this girl has an indigenous grandmother, and she says, well, you're never alone. The white people in the sky are there, meaning the stars. And you start thinking about, my son's the science guy, not me, so forgive me for my butchering of science, but you know, the molecules and quarks and everything that are around us at any given time, even the air is full of all the things that we're made of, just slightly different, you know. And you think about that, and the mass of air and everything is all around you. It's making contact with you at every moment, and things like that, I think, when it gets weird and you've been alone and all that stuff, I think those things really help, you know, and just being outside and the trees, and they're so mighty and so peaceful, and they are, you know, to all extents and purposes alone. But they're not. The birds come nest on them. They're such an integral part of everything, and we all are. And I think that's sort of been I'm just trying to absorb that of late, you know, with all this crazy stuff going on, and that does give me tremendous peace and optimism, because, you know, it's like the seasons. Like nature teaches us all about everything we need to know about optimism, because especially here in Canada, anybody who lives in the northern climate, you know, we endure winter every single year, and there's always spring. And it's like the sun, it comes up every morning. Like, it's amazing. I guess it sounds really stupid or really obvious, but it's not. It's like, that is optimism. It's like there is always light after the dark. We're taught that every single day. It's like, duh. So I think that nature is really important that way for optimism, because it's our teacher. It's the only thing that's real. And optimism is, for me, the joy you find in the smallest places. And you never know what's going to happen. I think optimism is always believing that there's always a potential for something beautiful to happen. So, like, I went out for a walk. It was snowing, and went through this park, and someone had put a light up in the park, and it was a colored light. So when the snow came down, it looked like confetti, colored confetti, and it was so beautiful. And underneath the snow, they must have put a light with some kind of an image on it, and it shone through the snow. And that was unexpected. I mean, to me, optimism is finding beauty and joy unexpectedly. You know, that's what you hope for. And if you know where to look for it, it's easy to find it. And I think that you have to keep it simple, keep it small.
What have you done to realize your life vision?
Listen to the stillness. And that's how you find it. And sometimes every cell in your body's going, no, do this, do it right now. Don't wait, do it now. And you go, okay. And you have to trust that. You have to hear it and trust it. Keep your eyes open, your heart open, and see things as they really are. The other thing is imagination. You imagine that when I was younger, I imagined the perfect life would be to work with art during the day and do theater at night. And I forget what the other thing was. And I ended up doing that, you know, not exactly how I thought, but absolutely, you know, I was painting animation during the day, doing shows at night. And, you know, that was my dream. I imagined this, and then I was doing that. And the other thing is, you imagine these things, and sometimes the universe just says, oh, here you go. It's happened to me a few times in my life. Someone's called me out of the blue, out of nowhere, and saying, oh, I'd like you to come and do your dream job. It's happened to me twice with a combination of reality and dream and intuition and heart. I think that's how you find the path, and trust in all the beautiful things that can happen. As I said, that I have been gifted with such incredible opportunities, and they were I had nothing to do with it. I wasn't, putting in job applications or anything. It's, oh, here's this gift, and I think that you have to believe that you are worthy of it and that's going to happen, and know that if you do things with a true heart, you will have a good outcome.